Every single review just gives you a bunch of different features and you are still absolutely confused which is the best choice for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you just the very specific features that you actually need to pay attention to understand which is the best choice for you based on your specific case. And on top of that, I have some discounts and crazy bonuses if you use my affiliate links, so check out all of the links in the description.
When it comes to content contact automations, honestly, they have some of the basic automations, welcome series, all this kind of stuff, but it's really not that advanced compared to some of the other softwares. So I'm not really a huge fan. It's lacking some multi-trigger workflows, goal tracking, advanced event-based triggers. It's very basic, I would say, so I'll only give it a 6 out of 10.
By the way, I have created a document of 50 best growth hacks used by the biggest marketers out there. Check the link below.
When it comes to ease of use, it's pretty easy, beginner friendly, I would say. Not the easiest one out there, but not very difficult. Easy to navigate between the different campaigns, contacts, reporting, stuff like that. So it's an 8 out of 10.
By the way, I created a blueprint for the best business model out there, so check the description.
When it comes to landing pages, the builder is kind of basic, to be honest. There are some of the templates and they don't look too bad per se. It's functional, but again, like limited customization and design flexibility. No built-in A/B testing, so it's a 7 out of 10. When it comes to forms, you have sort of, again, all of the basic stuff that's needed, and you have some trigger tagging, basic automations, but the design is very simple and it does lack some of the deeper styling options. So again, it's basic but lacking, hence it's 7 out of 10. When it comes to newsletter designer, it has a fairly solid builder. It's not too bad actually. It has this brand kit thing that auto pulls your logo colors to build branded emails. But you also can do this with other softwares if you're kind of just duplicating the emails, duplicating the templates. It also supports A/B testing for subject lines, but not for full emails. So I would say it's maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. When it comes to e-commerce to store, they actually have this built-in store setup to sell simple digital products and physical products. It is very simple, so most likely you'll want to go to it with a different dedicated software. They do have integrations for Shopify, WooCommerce, Etsy, and they support some basic stuff like abandoned cart emails, but they don't really have much of actual e-commerce features, so it's a 7 out of 10. When it comes to unique features, it has this thing called event management where basically you can promote different tickets, RSVPs, reminders to like event pages. However, I will discuss this in the next step. And also they have social media posting and scheduling built in, which is something that's unique for email marketing software. So pricing for content contacts is kind of crazy, honestly. If we go up to 10,000 contacts, the first plan, the light plan, is $120 a month. And honestly, on this plan, first of all, you only have one email automation template, and they don't have most of the basic features like subject line A/B testing, all of these basic things you don't have. Like honestly, you're not really going to go with this plan because it's lacking too much. A lot of softwares that provide free plans, they have more features than what this paid plan has. So you will need to go at least with a standard, and most likely actually you will need to go with premium, and let me show you why. So with the standard, you do get a little bit more features. However, one thing to keep in mind as well is that it's 12 emails per contact. So you might also, before you hit the 10,000 subscribers, you might hit the limit in terms of how many emails you can send. And another thing as well here, when we go to automations, you will see that automation templates, you can only have 3 templates, and to create custom automations, you can't do that, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I really don't understand why they are doing this. No e-commerce automations as well if you're going to do e-com. So it's absolutely crazy that they don't include a bunch of this stuff. And even like these things like Facebook lookalike, ad targeting, if you're doing ads, that stuff is not included as well. So really, I absolutely hated that you're paying. This is some of the highest fees to pay for email marketing, and you still don't even get all the features. That's what I'm saying. You probably most likely actually will need to go with the premium plan, and that is $275 a month, which is probably one of the most expensive. Actually, aside from Active Campaign, it is the most expensive plan, and the features that you get are not even that good compared to some other email marketing softwares. So honestly, you get all the different features that they provide, but again, they're not as good as some of the softwares that charge 1/3 of the price. That's why I'm not really recommending it. So who is it best for? Honestly, as you see from the pricing, it's crazy overpriced. You'll also need to get the most expensive plan to get the main features. The other plans don't even make sense to me. So I don't recommend it just because of the price, and actually the features as well. You don't get the best features. I recommend other softwares over this one. Only way it could even make sense is if you're doing events. As I said, from the unique features, it has the event feature. However, then again, you might want to use a dedicated software for events that's going to be better. And this also doesn't come for free. It comes with additional fees that you're going to be paying. So probably it's still really not worth it.
ConvertKit automations, you have this visual builder that's very simple to use, and you have most of the different events, actions, and conditions that you will need. You have multiple entry triggers. You have all of the basic if and else branching. The one thing to note here is that there is no in automation split testing, A/B testing, and goal tracking. So this is something that some of other email marketing softwares have that ConvertKit is still lacking. That's why I'll give it an 8 out of 10 in terms of automations. When it comes to ease of use and interface, it's very clean, minimalistic design. Honestly, pretty simple to understand. However, it's not a typical setup compared to other email marketing tools. The way they set up all of the automations and rules is a little bit different. So I would say just a tiny bit higher learning curve. But it's still very easy. That's why it's 8 out of 10 and it's not 10 out of 10. When it comes to landing pages, there's a bunch of different templates to choose from. Build mostly, I would say, for creator style, so great for like lead magnets and things like that, just simple funnels. The editor is very simple to use as well, drag and drop. The only thing that's a downside is there is a little bit of a limit on customization, and there's no A/B testing, which usually isn't the case for email marketing softwares, but there are some tools that allow you to do that. So it's an 8 out of 10. When it comes to forms, you have all the embeds, pop-ups, they look very clean. Again, a lot of different templates. You can trigger automations directly if someone signs up for a form. You can add a tag or update to a different tag right away when someone basically fills in a form. Good choice of templates. It's, I would say, an 8 out of 10 because again, there's no A/B testing for forms. When it comes to newsletter designer, it's focused on text first actually. It's very minimalistic, great for personal newsletters, but you can create actually some really beautiful newsletters and they have great templates. Customization is actually really great. I really like the customization on Kit, and they do also provide you A/B testing for subject lines, 2 for the main plan and 5 actually subject line A/B testings for the pro plan, which is really a lot. And on the pro plan you also get content A/B testing as well, so it's a 9 out of 10. When it comes to e-commerce and selling, basically you have actually digital products that you can create directly and sell them through Kit. They have this ConvertKit Commerce. And aside from that, you also have the different integrations with all of the main platforms, Shopify, WooCommerce, and auto product tagging, purchase triggers, things like that. So there's some e-commerce automations, but again, it's not an e-commerce email marketing platform per se. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10. When it comes to AI features, you have AI subject line generator, and you have email writing assistant. Basic functionality, no crazy integrated AI functionalities or any segmentation automation capabilities yet. So it's in 7 out of 10. When it comes to unique features, there's actually quite a lot when it comes to Kit. First of all, there's creator network for newsletters. So basically what you can do here is you can recommend other newsletters and they can recommend you, and you can grow your subscribers. This is a very unique feature that basically you don't really have on other email marketing softwares. There's also the built-in referral system, which funny enough, they don't even show it on their website. But what this means is basically you can create sort of like this opt-in where people get automatic links. So they actually use this tool SparkLoop that you automatically get on the Pro plan. It doesn't exist on other plans. But basically, if people invite, let's say 1, 5, whatever you said, other people to subscribe to your newsletter, they're going to get some sort of reward. So you can basically select what kind of rewards you are giving in exchange for how many new subscribers. So it's a great way to grow your newsletter. Another super important thing is they have a tip jar and they have paid recommendations. So paid recommendations, again, this is a very specific feature. As you can see here, basically you can choose how much you want to, so you can do it two ways. You can either use it to grow or to earn money. So here, let's say these are all of the newsletters that if you promote them within your newsletter, you are going to get X amount of dollars per subscriber depending on how much they're paying. And you can do the same as well if you want to grow your own newsletter. You can pay them. So this is an amazing way to basically grow your newsletter or make money on a very automated, very simple way. So when it comes to Kit pricing, first of all, they have this newsletter pricing, which is $0 a month, and it's up to 10,000 subscribers, which sounds absolutely crazy. You don't get 10,000 subscribers nowhere else. However, there is a catch, and the catch is they call it newsletter plan because here basically you can just, if you're sending out emails every week, every day, whatever it is, once off emails and that's it, then this can work for you. However, if you want some email automations, they only provide one basic automation and one email sequence. So if you want something that's a little bit more advanced, more automated, then you are going to run out right away. And you do have like actually quite a lot of different features, as you can see here. All of these opt-in forms, landing pages, even selling digital products, running paid subscriptions, but there are definitely limitations. Now, if we go to paid plans, if you choose 10,000 subscribers here, they have basically two options. There is the Creator and Creator Pro. The Creator is $140 a month, and the Creator Pro is $190 a month. So this is somewhere within like the mid / even a little bit higher tier pricing compared to other email marketing softwares. However, there is a reason why that's the case. So aside from the usual sort of the automation sequences, usual features, they provide some additional stuff like free recommendations. So basically gaining subscribers through other email newsletters, paid recommendations as well. So you get that within the Creator plan. So you can actually start making money by promoting other people's newsletters. So these tools, they don't exist with most email marketing softwares. So basically you are paying for these additional things here that actually can really be worth the money if you are going to use those features, because you simply don't get them, or you're paying actually even a lot more money for them. And the difference between Creator and Creator Pro plan is, well, there are some smaller things like how many users you get, but If you want some very advanced A/B testing, so this is basically you get, instead of 2 subject lines, you get 5 subject line tests. You can test the copy of the actual email. If you want Facebook custom audiences, and this is very important as well. So newsletter referral system, basically you can give out some sort of prizes if people refer other people to subscribe to your newsletter. And as you can see here, they say that they use this tool called SparkLoop that usually costs $100 a month to use by itself. So actually, if this is part of how you're going to grow your newsletter, then this is actually a really good deal. Because you're paying, as you can see, for 10,000 subscribers, you're only paying extra $50, but you are getting this tool that's $100 a month, plus you're getting all of these other more advanced features as well. So who is it best for? It's really great for creators, for coaches, solopreneurs. Basically, it's focusing a lot on audience growth and monetization. So these features that I mentioned before, if you will want to use the paid recommendations, if you will want to use referrals, then this might be really a great tool, because this is all already included within the software and you don't need to add additional tools on top of that. By the way, I have also made an ultimate video comparing all of the different softwares, so go check that out, link in description. And don't forget, I have special discounts and crazy bonuses if you use my affiliate link. So if you enjoyed this, check out all of those links.